Okay, this video is going to show you my new Maslow sled. The idea behind this was to have some lazy Susan bearings so that the arms of the change always point towards the center of the router. So it's made out of two pieces. On the bottom there's a piece of 1/8 inch steel and a piece of 1/8 inch umhw plastic, which is extremely slick. They use it in a lot of industrial applications to keep friction low on stuff. So I just basically have all the countersink bolt holes there. I'm going to flip this over. Okay, so as you can see, if you look at these arms, they rotate really smooth. And then I cut all these parts out with a jigsaw and did some geometry and made sure that the router was dead center in there, okay? So that way these chains will always point in the center. And theoretically, that's going to make it more accurate because you're not going to have the sled tilt as it hits a knot in the wood or some other obstacle. It's just going to always stay in the center. So these are two radial bearings, and I just have some little spacers in between here to keep them apart so they rotate easily. And these two elbow things are almost on the exact same plane. One is just like a 1/16 taller than the other. So when I make my holes, I'm just going to try to compensate for that a little bit so they're exactly on the same plane. So hopefully in the next week I'll have this mounted up and have some actual test cuts to do. I'm going to make a standard sled too, and that way I can cut one pattern on the Maslow, change out the sled, put the standard one on, and see if there's any difference.